This video is for practice 5B. In this practice, you're going to load a specific door type used in guest rooms and create a new door size. We're also going to add doors to the second floor. So, we're going to start by opening our project file, modernhotelload.rvt. So we're working with a hotel. So we're looking for modern hotel load. Oops. And say open. We're going to open the floor plan, floor 1 view. So here's our hotel. We have a glass curtain wall, and then we have a room on the bottom, which is like an open lobby, and then the hotel rooms on the next floor. And those hotel rooms continue up, but you're going to do that in a later exercise. So we're going to go to floor plan 1, and you can see here's the lobby. This is a stair tower. This is an elevator shaft. This is another stair tower. There's some bathrooms over here, and then there's like a kitchen area over here. And you'll see we're going to work with this plan throughout the whole book, so we'll start to develop along the way. Let's get started adding doors. So in the Architecture tab, this is the Build panel. So it says Build. We're going to click on Door. In the Modify Place Door Mode panel, we're going to click Load. So that means up here, this is the Modify/Place Door. So it's the options that come when we clicked on the Door tool. We're going to select Load Family. Now when we select a Load Family from this Modify Place Door, it's only going to allow us to load in doors. If you try to load in anything else that's not a door, you'll get an error. So we're going to come over, we get a box that pops up, and we're going to scroll down to the folder called Doors. Within the Door folder, we're going to select Double Door Flush, Double Panel, or Panel Double Acting, excuse me. Now, this file is named .rfa because it's a Revit family, because it's an object. We're going to click Open. When we do this, another box comes up that says Specify Types. So it's saying what size door do you want to load in. We could load in all the doors, but that's really going to bog down our file, so we are only going to pick the door type we need. So it says to select the 72-inch by 80-inch. So we have to find this. Oh. I realize I just selected the single flush, so let me do that again. Load Family. We need the double flush. Sorry about that. Door, double flush, panel, double acting. Open. And now we're going to select 72 by 80. So we just highlight it. Then we're going to say OK. Then we're going to start the command again. So to start the command again, you can either click Load Family or hit Enter. If you hit Enter, it just restarts the last command that you did. We're going to go back to the Doors folder, and then it says to go to the Residential folder. And then we're looking for Door Interior, Single 6-panel, Door Interior, Single 6-panel wood. So this is the one, and it shows a preview of what that looks like over here. So if you're ever designing something and you're not sure which door to put in, you can always look at the preview. We're going to say Open, and then we're going to specify a 36-inch by 80-inch door. 36 by 80, and we're going to say OK. Now that we're done loading in the doors, I'm going to click on Modify. And in the Type Selector, remember this is the Type Selector, I'm going to click on Door, and then I'm looking for the Door Double Flush, Double Acting. So this one, the 72-inch by 80-inch. And it says to place an instance as shown in the figure. So I'm placing it in this location, as you can see in the figure in your book. Now it doesn't give us specific dimensions, so I'm just going to try to place it similar to what's shown. It looks like the dotted lines are pointing to the outside and the solid lines are to the inside. So what is a double acting door, you might say? Good question. Let's look. So the best way that I think to describe a double acting door is to think about a door in a kitchen at a restaurant. So it means the door swings both ways. It swings not only in, but it swings out. So the hinges allow it to swing both ways. And if you've ever worked in a restaurant, you know what I'm talking about with these types of doors. If you've never worked in a restaurant, just pay attention next time you go and you'll see the doors that swing in and out. Okay, next we're going to go to the task number 2. So now it says open the floor plans floor 2 view. So go to floor plans, open floor 2. So I'm going to double click on floor 2 to open it. The linked CAD file is displayed. So you can see right here, this is a linked CAD file. When I clicked on it, it says .dwg. A DWG is a CAD file. The other way I can tell is a lot of things are grayed out. So see how all this is grayed out? What it is, it's like an underlay. It means if I had a piece of trace paper and I could see through it, I would see this drawing through that piece of trace paper. Okay, so it's guiding me on where to put the doors, but the doors aren't actually in this drawing yet. So in the Architecture tab, we're going to go back to the Build panel and we're going to click on Door. And we're going to select Single Flush Vision. So we're looking for Single Flush Vision. Here it is, 36 inches by 80 inches. So 36 inches is the width of the door and 80 inches is the height of the door. We're going to place the first door in the lower left stairwell. So again, I said this is the stairwell. You can see the stairs there. This is the door right here that we need to place. And where you're going to place the door is shown in the linked file. So I'm going to line my door up, and to get it to flip, I'm going to hit the space bar. Once I get it in the approximate location, I'm going to click. It has now placed a door in the approximate location as the CAD drawing. And it would like me to renumber this door 201. So I'm going to click on the tag. I'm going to double click on the tag. Be careful, because sometimes when you do that, you might end up on another screen or something else might happen. So here I'll show you. For example, if you double click on the door, it brings you into the door family, C.RFA, and it thinks you're trying to edit the door. To get out of this, you just close this window, okay, and then you say no, and it brings you back to your drawing. If you double click on the tag, it might also bring you into the family editor, and if this is not what you want, so you just close out of it and say no. You want to get in here and double click in the text, okay? So just be careful. If you get into one of those other windows, close it like I just showed you, all right? And if things get real weird, again, make sure you do undo, or you can always start over from a different point. So now I'm going to add another door of the same type to the other stairwell. So I'm going to go over here and I'm going to add a door in here. So I'm going to hit enter to redo the command. So it brings up the Single Flush Vision 36 inches by 80 inch door. I'm going to approximately place it, and then I'm going to click enter. It doesn't say what to name this one, so I'm just going to let it be 202. Now I'm going to change the door type to Door Interior Single Panel Wood. So I'm going to hit enter again to get the command back, and then I'm going to go to the 6-panel wood door that we had loaded in. Where'd it go? I think I went, oh, here it is, okay. 36 inches by 80 inches. And I'm going to place a door at the entrance of each of the rooms. So here's the rooms right here. And I'm going to use the CAD drawing as a guide. And I'm just going to kind of place them roughly for now. And then I'm going to fix them so that they're more in alignment with the CAD drawing, okay? Because this is a little sloppy, and that wouldn't be good if you submitted this to, say, your employer. They wouldn't appreciate that you didn't line things up like they're supposed to be. Okay, so now I need to line all these doors up. So I'm going to click on the door, and I'm just going to use the Move tool to try to, actually, let me see if I can try to use a line. Yeah. No, it doesn't like that with this one. Okay, we'll use Move, sorry. I'm just going to try to line that up. There we go. So I want you guys to do the same, and you should always be this careful when you're doing your drawings, because this is what will be expected of you when you get out in the industry. So click the endpoint and then line all those doors up the best that you can. And then once you're done doing that, we can move on to the next step. Oh, this one was really bad. Let's fix this too. This one was too. If you don't want to use the move command, you can also click on the door and use the nudge tool, which is just the over arrows on your keyboard, and that will get it an approximate location. Okay. All right, it looks like we need one more at the entrance of that room. So let's click on the door, and actually you can use the tools up here too. You could do copy, or you could do this copy tool, and we could just copy the door. So you could say copy, and you could click on this one, and then bring a copy down here and put it over here. Okay, then you could flip the door. All right, great. So now it says use the same type to add doors to the bathrooms. So we're going to hit enter again. Oh, no, sorry. And go back to architecture, door, select the single 6-panel wood door, and we're going to add these doors to the bathrooms. So the bathrooms in this hotel are right here. So where my mouse is. This is the bathroom. So I'm going to click here. I'm going to add a door to the bathroom. And remember, if it goes to the wrong side, you just have to move your mouse. And if the swing is on the wrong side, you hit the space bar, and that adjusts the swing. Okay? All right. Just take your time. There we go. Okay, next we're going to select door again, and we're going to go back. We're going to go to the single flush door, 30 by 80. So we have to find single flush, not visions, just single flush, 30 inches by 80 inches. In the properties box, we're going to click on edit type, and then we're going to duplicate. And we're going to name this 24 inches by 80 inches. So 24 by 80. So make sure before you make any changes to a door or a window or anything, you always duplicate and rename it. All right, and now what we're going to do is we are going to change the width, which we just said was 24 here, to 24 inches here, or 2 feet. And then we're going to say, okay. This new door type is now available, 24 inches by 80 inches, and we're going to add it to the small closets. So this is a little closet right here, and we're going to add it to all of these closets that we see. And then you're going to continue adding this exercise by using different door styles. You're going to look for the bifold door, which is this door right here, and double glass. So double glass is the door up here. And you are going to add the bifold doors and the double glass doors to your drawing. Now you're going to have to determine the size of these doors when you bring them in and when you place them in your drawing. So you may bring in too big or too small of a size, and that's going to be up to you to do some troubleshooting to figure that out. Once you're completely done, you're going to hide the CAD image. So you're going to click, right click, and you're going to say hide in view element, and it will hide the CAD drawing. But don't do that until you have placed, once again, the bifold doors and the double glass doors right here. If you have trouble finding the bifold doors or the double glass doors, you can search for them on Autodesk Seek. You can also search for them on the Revit blog or Revit Kid or some other websites that have Revit families. But you should be able to find both bifold and double glass by loading in those families. So again, to load in the family, go Door, Load Family, go to the Doors folder, and you're looking for bifold and double glass door. And again, the sizes are up to you to determine.